Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the third spin. We go too fast for vowels. We are here at the Nürburgring. I don't know what kind of burger it is, but apparently nerds made it. I am very attractive, and with me, as always, is the man who goes cuckoo for Kosovo, Mago Magus.
Oh, I do. Welcome to round 5 of the 3D Speed Championship from Nürburgring, Germany. This is, of course, as most people know it, the tame section of the Nordschleife. Basically, if you go out of this stadium section, you will actually find the Nordschleife, which they race on when they decide they want to murder someone, frankly. Jesus freaking Christ. And we're running GT3 cars here. The game is Assetto Corsa Competizione, as always, in case this is the first time you've tuned into our commentary. And
It'll certainly be the last.
Setting up here with Andrew Burke, currently at the top of the time charts, followed by Matt Higgs, William Murrah, Paul Riccobeni, and this man, Jeff Wentworth, of the TalkSport Mercedes crew. This is an interesting track. It's, well, you can see about a minute 54 to probably about a minute 58. Maybe we'll cover the entire field lap. Makes it a reasonably long lap. Fairly favors to all cars in certain ways. I think the Porsche probably is the best around here, but it is also unstable. So there is that. And there is Guillermo Martinez, who's up in the top 10 today. Excellent for him in the Ferrari. Just wrapping up here, and we'll be getting ready shortly. I'll give you guys a championship rundown here real quick. Okay, so championship for the 3D Speed Spring Series. Matt Higgs is currently your championship leader. He is dead even, it should be mentioned, with William Murrah, so intense fight there, and they're second and third in the qualifying order right now. Andrew Burke, who's on pole, is in third place, followed by Jeff Wentworth. So 4 of the top 5 are in the top 5 on the grid. The missing man is Dominic Turcotte, who is unfortunately absent for this race. I don't remember why he had to miss the race, but he did say that he had to miss the race, which is unfortunate. Benjamin Adamian, who's on a 2-race top 10 streak, comes across the line in 23rd place, so he'll have a hard time keeping that going, but we'll see if he can do it. And rounding off the top 10 are Michael Magus, Zach Martin, Paul Riccobeni, Dave Nelson, and Ayrton Tobin in the overall championship. The silver championship, I'm having a hard time with the silver championship right now because it's not scratching results properly. But it looks like Michael Magus, Dan French, and Jake Northrup are your top 3. And in the bronze category, it is Benjamin Adamian, who we saw a little bit earlier, Andreas Lasudis, and Diego Alonso, your top 3.
Diego, the Daymare Alonso.
Diego Sanchez, shoutouts. Excellent.
No. I'm not shouting that moron out.
I mean, I feel bad for Diego Sanchez. I feel like he may actually be retarded.
Yeah, that dude needed not so much management as he needed a caretaker.
Yeah. Went all downhill when he turned away from the Greg Jackson.
Correct.
So the grid is forming up right now. So full rundown here. Burke, Higgs, Murrah, Riccobeni, Wentworth. Debuting Marcelo Murillo with a solid 6th place. Ignore the red number plate. He is a pro driver. Marcel Letelier, Guillermo Martinez, Dave Nelson, Jake Keckley, Dan French. Andreas Lasudis is the top actual bronze driver. Max Simmons, Ayrton Tobin, Herned Filippini, Mika Watt, Guillermo Taylor, Michael Magus, Robert Arzumian, and Cliff Hemian, your top 20. And if we go down to the part of the timetable that is not being shown to you on screen, but is up on Race App, the grid field is rounded up by Diego Alonso, Trevor Chaney, Benjamin Adamian, David James, Cole McRae, Christopher Becco, Zachary Martin, Matt Howell, and Thomas Waz. Juan Borji will start at the back of the pack. He did not put a lap time in. And it's pretty surprised to see Zach Martin back there in 27th place, but a little bit behind the scenes here. Zach Martin apparently having some hardware issues. Might need a new set of pedals, which is very disappointing. They are under warranty, so he's trying to get them to Fanatec to get a brand new set of warranty replaced pedals.
I could just take a few pedals off my bicycle, send it to him.
Wouldn't really work all that well.
Well, I mean, not with that kind of attitude.
So we are 10 seconds, well, less than 10 seconds away from the start of the race here around the Nürburgring. Byron, do you have any predictions as to who's going to emerge victorious?
As to what?
Who's going to win?
Hello?
Who's going to win?
I think we lost Mike. We're crashing?
I'm still here.
Oh, couldn't hear a damn thing you were saying.
Okay, well, hopefully the problem was on your end and not my end. But we'll find out.
Find out. It still says that you're recording. I think you just failed to hit the press and talk.
No, I did. I was looking at the button. I was looking at the light, and it was lighting up and everything.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know what happened. Well, we'll find out. If I have no audio for a little bit, then it's my end. If I have audio, then it's your end. Oh boy, there is a huge gap.
If I can still hear his voice.
There's a huge gap from 4th place back. I don't know what's up with that, guys. We got to get these starts handled. Anyways, Andrew Burke on the inside, William Murrah trying to make it a 3 wide, and Matt Higgs may have slipped through. He's got the inside line into turn 2, and indeed it is Matt Higgs in the Porsche, leading from the Audi of Andrew Burke and William Murrah's Mercedes, the only Mad Panda Mercedes in the field today. Mad Panda, Angry Panda, whatever you want to call it. Byron, can you hear me right now?
No.
Oh, but you're responding, so you can.
Maybe.
Don't do that to me. I'm actually worried about it now.
No, I don't know what that was. He's just like, do you have any predictions? And it just like, it went, it's almost as if you lost power. It wasn't that you cut off. He was like, do you have any predictions?
Interesting.
Hey, what?
We'll find out. The recording will tell us what side the problem was.
To answer the question unasked was, do I have any predictions? I believe that Max Simmons will be in 19th place about this time of the race.
Ah, very good, very good. Now, I do have to comment on this. Dan French, who started 11th place, he got his car stuck in pit limiter mode on the formation lap, which meant he couldn't go over 49 kilometers an hour. And that forced a bunch of people to fall way back. So we have some major climbers through the field, and it's not really anything they did, but just the fact that the inside row from 11th down basically got fucked. In a nutshell. So things are very messed up right now. And looking back from Murrah, we got Riccobeni still 4th place from Wentworth. Then it's Letelier, Murillo, Martinez, Nelson, Lasutis. Andres Lasutis in the top 10. Shout out to the bronze driver doing his thing and bringing it home. Then it is Keckley, Tobin, Watt, Magus, Hemian, French, who we pick up here, just getting around Hemian, actually, into 15th place. Then it's Dave James, Trevor Cheney, Max Simmons, and Robert Arzumian, your top 10. Or top 20, I should say. As Hemian tries to get past in French, and for now, that's not going to happen.
Was he the guy that made that Nissan commercial back in the day where they just said zoom, zoom a lot?
He was not. I'm under the impression he's quite young, actually.
He's so young he doesn't even know what a Daihatsu is.
I know he's buddies with Tom Waz, who just turned 30 and is officially old. I say this because ever since I turned 30, he's been calling me old man. So return the favor.
Old man, take a look at my wife. She's a life like
Trevor Cheney and Max Simmons going at it there. Right behind them is the aforementioned Robert Arzumian. They're in the orange, black, and white Porsche. And Christopher Becco in behind them in the very nice Optimum Aston Martin. Actually, it is not Becco. We have an update on the time charts. It is Hernan Filippini. And then it's Christopher Becco. And then it's Guillermo Taylor. So we got an Aston Martin absolute parade back there in 21st, 22nd, and 23rd position.
Actually, sir, I believe it is pronounced Erno.
Oh, no. Somebody's in the wall. Somebody back there is in the wall. I didn't catch who it was. Blue car. Maybe one of the Aston Martins. We'll see if one's falling through the field. Cole McRae in the pit lane. Not sure what's up with that. as we pick up Andrew Burke here in second place, looking back at William Murrah and Paul Riccobeni and Wentworth and Letelier, all having a good little scrap there for the final spot on the podium. And in fact, Wentworth might have fourth place there as he goes side by side with Paul Riccobeni. And I would love it if the camera would go to that. Come on, camera guy. This is the problem with it. All right. No, Riccobeni hung on. It looked like Wentworth had a shot. And in fact, actually, it's Wentworth who's going to go back a spot as Marcelo Letelier gets down the inside and into fifth position in the Nissan GTR, which is a weak car. There is David James bodying his way past Guillermo Martinez into 16th position. Somebody has dropped back in the bunch here because Hemian was in 16th and is now in 15th. I wonder if that's maybe Martinez just falling back. Don't remember who was higher up. So, might just be the Ferrari made a mistake and is falling back through the field now. Disappointing run so far for Martinez. Disappointing run in the series, to be honest. Martinez has had a rough time. And there is Dan French very slow and losing a couple of spots. Insiders report there. French had a little side-by-side contact with Michael Magus. Got slowed down and is now falling backwards as Trevor Cheney loses a spot there to Max Simmons. Actually gets pushed kind of wide. And, oh, no! Martinez is in the wall.
I like how you just brushed over you putting the other guy in the wall. Like
no, I didn't say I put him in the wall.
No,
I said we had side-by-side contact. And I didn't put him in the wall.
Sure, side-by-side wall contact.
No, actually, there's very few places to put someone in the wall on this particular track.
Which is why I'm very impressed.
I mean, you know, I do have that ability. Simmons is really trying to make quick work of everyone. He got back Cheney and is now looking to get by Arzumian and does. Max Simmons up to 17th position. Arzumian, I think, has a problem because he slowed down there. Oh, God, Christopher Becco overheats it hard into the Vito chicane and then into the Coca-Cola curve.
And then his pistons exploded.
Arzumian, I don't know. He seems to be still moving, but he's losing spots. Something is up with the dynamic Porsche because he's lost spots down to Cheney, Filippini's through. Although Filippini's picked up a stop-go penalty. I don't know what for.
Not enough corn dogs.
Live, I thought it was that he'd gone into pit lane and sped, but I'm a little puzzled now. Did he cut the track very badly? I don't know. But anyways, he overtakes Trevor Cheney. Not that it matters. He's got that stop-go penalty. I think that pretty much scuppers his chances of actually getting a good result. Be interested to see what that was for. Diego Alonso. Now it seems maybe the only AF Corsa Ferrari in the hunt because Martinez is in the pit lane, and that could be problems. We saw him go into the wall.
He is certainly Ferrari AF.
Looks like, my theory, by the way, is it's probably Guillermo Taylor that went into the wall earlier because Taylor appears to be out of the race. And that would explain that situation.
Perhaps this track was not tailor-made for his purposes.
Maybe not. It's a shame. Guillermo's had an excellent season. And to see him out of the race is not good for the Tango Aston Martin crew, who is out in full force today. They've got all 4 cars. Nobody doing particularly well for them. Where is their leader right now? It would be... Well, it would be Benjamin Adamien in 22nd place. That's not spectacular for the crew. Michael Magus looking back at Cliff Hemian, who's having a very solid day in the Bentley. I'm not sure if it's the Bentley is really strong here, but Cliff seems to be really excelling around Nürburgring. And that could be the driver, that could be the car. It's the beauty of being the only person who's running a car is we can't say it's the car because we have no one to compare you to.
It's definitely not a Vespa.
You get all the credit and none of the blame when you can just blame the car when things are not going very well. Michael Magus hanging on to 12th place, Hemian and French in the background. And we go back to Ayrton Topin, who slipped back to 21st place. Not sure what's up with him, but he is plummeting through. Oh, he's got some heavy damage. Heavy damage to the front end of that Mercedes. that would be the answer to the question, as he loses a spot there to Benjamin Adamian. His car is busted up.
Who's getting boosted up?
Not boosted, busted.
Oh.
So Hernan Filippini still with the 30-second stop-go penalty to serve. We'll see when he makes his way down the pit lane. As Tobin getting a little out of shape there and loses a spot to Matt Howell as a result. You see the flashing of the headlights, so he's got a lot of damage. Probably just going to try and drag that car around until the pit window opens, as Dan French makes the move on Cliff Hemian and finds himself up into 13th place. Having qualified 11th, French has had to come back through the field after that pit limiter issue, and is doing a fine job as they head through the Vidal chicane. And up to Coca-Cola. I think that's the Vidal chicane anyways. I know that it's either that one or the one before that, but I think the...
Like the shampoo company?
No. It's not spelled the same.
Well, I don't know. You're saying it. You're pronouncing it the same way that
I believe it is pronounced the exact same way, but it is a different spelling.
It's actually spelled Janowski.
No, it's not. And into the pit lane comes Filippini. That would be to serve his stop-go penalty. We're down to 26 cars by the looks of it, having lost Martinez and Taylor. Oh, no, McRae is still running, although very far behind. I understand that he had a hardware issue early in the race, and as a result fell down a lap quite early. Trevor Chaney hanging on against Diego. No, that's not Diego Alonso behind him. That's Alonso ahead of him. So, yeah, pardon me. He was overtaken by Alonso, and now we're awaiting a timing update, which we should get very shortly. Or not. I thought we were going to, but we didn't.
Maybe they will.
There we go. That's where it is. We were a corner behind where I thought we were. We were at turn 7, and it's turn 8 where the timing updates. So Cheney battling with Robert Arzumian, and behind them is Benjamin Adamian, as Arzumian finds his way through after a mistake by Cheney. And I think Adamian's going to get through as well. Benjamin is through. Next up will be the McLaren 720 of the Shadow Project crew, and that is Matt Howell. No, that's not their name, but I refuse to say their team name.
What is their
on
team
principle?
Name?
Because they're bugged by me not saying their team name, and I'm not going to say it.
Oh, is it the Trailer Park Boys or?
No, it's more, but it's like the racing equivalent of the Trailer Park Boys.
Oh, Ferrari.
Close enough. So Topin back to 22nd place. Desperately needs that pit window to open, which will be in about 2 minutes and change. We know he's got a lot of damage. William Murrah gives Cole McRae a bounce. McRae ends up off the track. Back to Alonso, who is now ahead of Dan French. What has happened to Dan French again? This has been the most roller coaster race I think I've seen for anyone. We've seen Dan French get stuck in pit limiter mode at the start after qualifying a very respectable 11th place, fall back, come forward, have minor contact with Mike Magus, fall back, come forward again, and now he's falling back again. It's only been like 13 minutes of this race. And he's already had a full race of, like, a storyline, basically.
Put him in the wall.
Robert Arzumian battling with the Tango car of Benjamin Adamian. Big rivalry between those two teams. Not because of anything, like, personal, just, like, they happen to be very close together in the championship.
It's like the rivalry between
contact!
Ooh,
Mika
hello.
Watt getting
Well done.
thumped by Dave Nelson.
Well done, Dave. Well done.
Gentlemen, how did that not end up across the steward's desk? How?
Because he threatened him with a full Nelson.
In the meantime, Marcelo Letelier has picked up another spot and is up into 4th position, having overtaken Paul Riccobeni. Paul Riccobeni, by the way, talking about possibly leaving the series after this season. So, guys, get on annoying the fuck out of him. Tell him that he has to stay, that he cannot pull a Javier Perez Torres and leave us, as he goes down the inside of Marcelo Letelier and takes back 4th position. So yeah, Dynamic and Tango are squabbling over 6th place in the championship. They are 7 points apart. So that Arzumian versus Adamien battle is very important. I've noticed that this Lexus livery actually will change its number on the bumper, but not all the liveries will. I'm not sure what the deal with that is.
It's the hot cups.
Because this car is not 147 in reality. I think it's car 23, I want to say. But Paul always runs the 147 number, which we have edited through an entry list. And it also is the yellow numbers on the bumper are also edited. But not everyone has that, as Letelier looks the inside of the Coca-Cola curve. And for now, we'll be held off. I'm just going to drop the curve part from any name here. I hope everyone's okay with that, because everything is a curve around Nürburgring. Like, if you ever look at a track map, they're all curve. They're all named curve, so it's like it's redundant. It's like Bach around Zolder.
Apparently, McDonald's bought Baskin-Robbins for $9 billion. There's already memes that the entire Baskin-Robbins franchise is broken.
I mean, probably. I'm not sure, actually, if the name of that chicane I was referring to as the Vito chicane is still the Vito chicane, or if it's the NGK chicane. It's different on different track maps. I'll have to figure out what the current name for that corner is. This is the problem when you have a track that has corners mostly just based on sponsorship. Their names change over time, and then you're looking at different track maps, and they're different names for the same corner. So that's always a little bit of a problem. So we're going with NGK Chicane, because that's the track map I have up in front of me right now. I hope everyone's okay with that.
I am horrified, and I will be filing letters with my Congress individual.
Byron, that corner that William Murray is going into is probably your favorite corner, assuming that you like the Warsteiner beer, because it's the Warsteiner curver.
I mean, I don't dislike Warsteiner, because I can't recall ever having it, or if I did, it wasn't bad enough that I disliked it.
It's the only alcohol named turn on the track map, so...
But they're all cornered, so it's all Warsteiner curve all the time.
All the time.
Which means if you're not drinking while driving, you are not getting a big paycheck at the end.
We have a couple of pit stops already happened. Marcelo Murillo's been in. Christopher Becco's been in. Tobin is in right now. Murrah and Letelier are in. Early pit stop from William Murray. Usually a bit of a late pit stopper. Will Max Simmons be the last one to pit, Byron? That's his usual gimmick. Do you think he'll live up to that expectation?
Actually, I believe it will be Diego Sanchez.
Ah.
Because he can't read none.
I mean, but Diego Sanchez is very good at listening to instruction, so I think he can come in.
Is he, though?
I mean, he is. I mean, he listens to everything Joshua Fabia tells him. It's just really bad.
Yeah, it's fair. Are we assuming that every instruction for every one of his fights was just go out there, throw your chin in the air, and throw punches until you're dead?
Well, he follows instructions with the wrong technique, but like the core concept, like when Greg Jackson would say, okay, we got to bring the pressure, we got to get the takedown, he would go and bring the pressure and try and get the takedown in the dumbest way possible, but he would do it.
These are possible truths.
Matt Higgs leading the way now from Andrew. Well, he's been leading all the way from Andrew Burke. So these two out in front. Rick Benny's now up to third, having seen Letelier and Murray into the pit lane. Then it is Wentworth, Keckley. Lasudis is up to 6th place. Nice. Mika Watt, Dave Nelson, Michael Magus, and Cliff Hemian, but they have not pitted yet. The top pitter is in 14th place. That is William Murrah.
Pitter patter.
And everyone must pit. Dan French, by the way, with a stop-go penalty. I feel like we really need to just call this commentary the saga of Dan French, because it has gone all over the place and not in good ways for the Porsche driver.
Damn it, Dagnall.
Andrew Berg diving into the pit lane there, so Matt Higgs gets to lead the way. I feel like Higgs is staying a little bit too long out right now if he doesn't pit soon, because he's starting to catch up to traffic, presumably pit stop traffic, but traffic nonetheless. Might need to get down the pits. Cliff Hemian with a hard ride and getting into the pit lane along with Max Simmons and Miko Watt. That was an interesting sequence that I'd love to see a better look at. I'm going to go check the replay after this and have a look at what happened there. David James moves into the top 10, although it is strictly through staying out long. Although not that long. We're still 4 minutes and almost 5 minutes left in the pit stop window, so no panic yet. You can easily get in about 2 laps before getting into the pits. Robert Arzumian into the pit lane. Trevor Cheney into the pit lane. Stop-go penalty for Andrew Burke. Oh, no. Burke was in 2nd place. That's going to do him in, because, I mean, there's no way he can win with that stop-go penalty. That's going to cost him another trip down pit lane plus 30 seconds of stationary time. That's a huge mistake.
On top of that, he's going to have to wait another 30 minutes for his pizza to get there.
I need to know how Tom Waz has hacked the server, for the record, because every time I see his car, the short form for his name is Tom, T-O-M. That's not what I programmed into the server. It should be W-A-J for his last name, and it's Tom. He has found a way to break the system. So, Tom, please share with the class. Mika Watt rejoins ahead of Cliff Hemian. Into the pit lane. Oh, that is Matt Higgs giving someone a bump. Very rude, Matt. Did Matt cause someone a drive-through penalty? Do I see an Aston Martin with a drive-through penalty? No, I don't. But I am going to say this. I'm going to look that up. And we might have an additional penalty for just bad sportsmanship, because that might have cost a stop-go penalty to an Aston Martin because Matt pushed them in the pit lane.
Matt, you evil whore.
I'm not seeing it, though. It looks like he's okay. I'm not seeing a stop-go penalty appearing next to any of the Aston Martins, because it's Dan French and Andrew Burke that have them. And that's an Audi and a Porsche. Dave James into the pit lane. We ride on board with Christopher Becco. Not overly sure why, but hey, Christopher, wave to the people. This is, I think, his first real featuring on a ESR broadcast, because this is his 2nd ESR race. Would you like to say hello to Christopher Becco, Mr. Byron?
Chris, kid folks.
Well, that's a little harsh.
I mean that in a positive way.
Not sure why he just let that McLaren of Matt Howell speed past him, because I suspect that. Okay, that was not for position. Okay, that's why. So there was some kind of blue flag thing in play there. Okay. I understand now. Hernan Filippini picks up a stop-go penalty. I wonder if he's the Aston Martin that got nudged by Matt Higgs. We'll dig into that. We'll dig into it. You can tell I'm a little bit bitter that people are not reporting things that are happening on track.
I think it's fine. Snitches get sugar in the gas tank.
I'm just saying, I might have to start employing Justin Swan's Sunday rules of, if I see it, I'm going to investigate it, and there's going to be penalties.
That seems fair. Wait,
how
about we have a new rule? If we see it on commentary, I get to deal out the penalties.
Oh. Are they your own special penalties, or
yes.
Are they just the regular penalties?
Could be time, could be push-ups. You don't know.
But I will be checking that, because Hernan Filippini is in the right car, and he picked up a stop-go penalty. If that is because Matt Higgs pushed him to a speed over 50 kilometers an hour on the way into the pits, we're going to have to look at that. We're staying a long time with Christopher Becco, and again, hi Christopher, welcome to the community, and I hope you're enjoying your stay. But I am a little bit puzzled at the director choice right now.
Christopher, I'm going to find you. I'm going to string you up by your left pinky toe.
What do you think about that livery? I rather like it.
Not really my thing. I can see where they're going with it, but they needed to choose like one less color, and it probably should not have been that green.
Andrew Burke overtaking Robert Arazumian for 18th place. Burke will probably make relatively short work of some of these midfield cars because he was running at the front of the field and probably has a significant pace advantage over people like Arzumian and David James, who's next up on his list. Tom Waz, by the way, yet to pit. Benjamin Adamien in the pits. Waz in the pits. There are a couple of people out front because I see Higgs is still listed in 5th place. So we got a couple of people out front who have yet to pit. I'm not sure whom they are. But we do not yet have our last pit Sally award winner. Michael Magus rejoining the track ahead of Mika What? And drives him to the track edge and defends the position despite having cold tires. Cliff Hemian takes advantage and goes around. But Mika What goes back up the inside of Cliff Hemian. And these three will probably dice it out for what apparently is 11th place when everything is settled. What currently shown in 15th place, but that just requires a timing line update when we hit turn 8. So I don't think we got our answers to who's the last pit stopper because I think everybody has now been in the pits. We saw Magus come out last, so we're gonna go with Magus. But spoiler, I don't think it was me.
It was definitely Jimbo, the non-pit stopper 5000.
And we have the updated positions there. So this is battle for 11th place. Magus versus Mika What for Lexus bragging rights. Mika What is shown with the wrong numbered plate, by the way. So along with Murillo, What is incorrect. He should be given the silver number plate, not the pro number plate. So these are all also silver cars, so there's that added bonus of that also being the fight for second place amongst silver, because Jake Keckley up in 6th place is looking like pretty sure he's going to pick up the silver win today. And then it's these three. Higgs leads the way from Murrow, Letelier, Riccobeni, Wentworth, Keckley, Murillo. So Murillo a little bit losing out in the pit stop sequence. Lasutis, Max Simmons is up to 9th place ahead of Dave Nelson. Max Simmons having a good run. Very solid. Michael Magus having a good run. Mika What, 12th place. Cliff Hemian, Diego Alonso, Andrew Burke, who of course picked up that stop-go penalty and is now in 15th place. David James, this man, Robert Arzumian. Good timing. Not sure why we're here. I don't see a car back there, but okay. Trevor Cheney in 18th place, followed by Matt Howell, Benjamin Adamien, Tom Blas, Ayrton Tobin, and Juan Borje. Below that, we cannot see.
I believe his mother calls him Jonathan.
I do know Cole McRae is still running along with Christopher Becco and possibly some other people.
Christopher, I'm going to find you, and I'm gonna pull your nose hairs out.
That's very, very cruel. Or very much needed. I don't know. It's one or the other.
All at once, just...
Oh, that would hurt. That would hurt.
I could do it one at a time over a prolonged period.
One of the Lexuses is off the track again. That's got to be Cole McRae having a spin, because the other Emile Frey Lexus is what? And we just saw him running quite fine. Max Simmons looking to make a move on Andreas Lasutis. The Porsche hanging on for now into the NGK chicane. Next up is the Coca-Cola curve. And we'll see if the Lambo can hang in there against the 720S and the 911.
What about the 912?
Golf. I know you're rooting for Andreas with his Golf oil livery.
Hell yeah. Matter of
But
fact, everybody else is disqualified.
Are you rooting for Matt Higgs, who has the same livery, but it's Matt Higgs?
No, he's disqualified as well. He shows no respect for the Gulf oil.
Mm. I think Andreas is the one that picked the Gulf oil livery, so for
Well
the
done.
team, if I'm not very much mistaken, because that just doesn't seem like a Matt Higgs pick. But it could have been a Justin Swan pick. Shout out to Justin Swan, our Sunday admin.
Matt probably wanted to go with like something like McDonald's all over it.
Well, there wouldn't have been that option, so I can say that he would not have suggested that just because it doesn't exist. But he probably would if it did. As surprising it is, actually, McDonald's liveries have historically looked actually not terribly bad. You know, actually, what fast food company has a really underrated race car livery, and you wouldn't think that they'd be sponsoring a race car team? Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Huh, very nice.
The KFC GT2 or GP2 livery is actually really eye-catching and really nice.
Do they sponsor Japanese team?
No, they sponsor a Indonesian driver, actually.
Very nice. You know that KFC is massive in Japan?
I have been told this, yes.
Specifically for Thanksgiving. Or is it Christmas? I think it's Christmas.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they it was like a genius marketing ploy that I can't remember all the details of and would probably not have enough time to go into here. But somebody came up, some enterprising motherfucker at a franchise came up with this genius idea of, well, come get a big-ass bucket of chicken for Christmas or whatever, because they don't do turkey, I guess. I don't know. And Christmas is a little bit of a foreigner thing anyway. So they just sort of made...
Well, I don't believe that there are any turkeys native to Japan, so they would.
No, they're North American.
Yeah.
Well, Americas, because there's some in Central America too.
Central America and Northern South America as well.
No, just North and Central America.
Really? I thought there were... For some reason, someone had told me that there were some in Venezuela.
Not that I'm aware of. There's one called the ocellated turkey, and I believe that one only goes down to the Guatemala, maybe a little bit further south, but I'm pretty sure not.
I want to say there was someone from Venezuela who was telling me that they did have turkeys in Venezuela.
I
I don't know why we were having the conversation, to be honest.
Well, I might have been me having that conversation. But yeah, apparently every Christmas, like, you have to book your bucket of chicken, sir.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, like, you don't have your bucket of chicken booked, no chicken for you on Christmas in Japan.
I mean, admittedly, KFC was always a good way of feeding a lot of people. I just never really cared for their chicken. I like their sides.
I actually ordered KFC today because I could not be bothered to cook it. It's too damn hot.
Yeah, well, KFC's big problem around here is that the nearest KFC that I'm aware of is right next to a Popeye's chicken.
Ooh.
And actually, it's really bad because there's also this. Oh boy, Matt Higgs almost getting it up the butt. Dave Nelson getting alarmingly close. But anyways, so the nearest KFC is between a Popeye's chicken and this other chicken place. The name is alluding Kung Pao Chicken? No, it's not Kung Pao Chicken. I don't know. I've not had them, so their name is not stuck in. But they recently opened up, and it's like, so this is like chicken corner. What's going on here?
Correct. Turkeys, native to North America from Mexico, all over the United States, and into Canada. So they're down into the Yucatan. That's where the ocellated lives. They look really cool. They look cool as fuck.
Lasutis hanging in there in 8th place right now, ahead of Simmons and Nelson. Both are pro drivers chasing a bronze driver, so I can't emphasize this enough. A very solid run right now from Andreas Lasutis.
He will try to assimilate you.
Mind you, the weirdest thing when I was growing up, there was not too far away, like a long walk, but like an easy car ride away. There was, we called it 4 Pizza Corner. It's because there were 4 plazas, one on each corner, And each of them had their own takeout, like, pizza restaurant. There was a Pizza, a Little Caesars, a Domino's, and a Pizzaville.
Dang, Pizzaville?
Like, what is the point of this?
A whole village of pizza. One can only dream.
And then Pizzaville closed. But you want to know what opened up at its place?
Pizza Hamlet.
Checkers Pizza.
The fuck is a Checkers Pizza?
It's not very good. I wouldn't recommend it.
Fair enough.
Nelson and Simmons going side by side. We'll see if Nelson can get past Simmons. McLaren versus Lambo. Nelson. He does. He's got him. So Dave Nelson up into 9th place. Yeah, Checkers Pizza. The only reason we got Checkers Pizza, and this is the great piss off of my childhood, or well, one of them, is I had a friend who was lactose intolerant, so can't have cheese, and Checkers was like the only place that did cheeseless pizza around here.
Yeah.
So we would get Checkers Pizza, and then he'd eat the cheese pizza still.
What a cunt.
And then we'd have to deal with the lactose intolerant kid who just ate cheese. 1, and 2, you stole my pizza, motherfucker.
Start putting ungodly spicy stuff on
it. We got like the 4th-rate pizza option, just so that we wouldn't have to give you cheese, and here you are eating the cheese.
And then you drop kick him right into the garbage disposal.
Pretty much. He was also the fattest of us and easily the easiest to beat up. So he really should have thought that through. Really should have thought that through.
Packing the cheese away.
Really should have thought that through.
Correct.
Jeff Wentworth coming up to, that's lap traffic ahead in the form of Tom Was, but that is Paul Riccobeni slightly more up the road there in the Tech 1 Lexus.
Jeff Wentworth, worth wenting for.
Wentworth, good day for the Talk Sport crew right now. Wentworth in 5th place, Jake Keckley in 7th. So I'm having a pretty good day. Looking further down, I'm not... Oh, there's Tobin. Tobin's 21st and Cheney 18th. Not bad. Decent haul of points for the Talk Sport crew, who are looking for that title. They are leading the team's championship from Angry Panda and Tech 1 with GPX Racing. That's the Golf Porsche crew. And Send It Nation, I said it, which is the Shadow Project.
That's the name of their
McLaren's.
team? Yeah. Yeah. Do we have to put like a no cringe policy in place? Or
yeah, I feel like we do. Especially, and this is the thing that really kind of bugs me about it. The car liveries they picked are called the Shadow Project McLaren Team. That's an awesome name. Why would you not just use that name?
Shadows. What evil lurks in the transmissions of men? The Shadow knows.
Shadow knows. It's the only all-American team on the grid, and they're... Oh, no, I'm wrong on that. Talk Sport's also all American. So, chalk it up to the Americans to go full cringe. Max Simmons down the inside of Dave Nelson, taking 9th place back. Or defending 9th place. Might have gotten it back earlier, because I'm seeing 10th on Nelson's screen there. So, maybe Nelson attempting to take that back and failing. Murrah quite a ways ahead. 3.2 seconds up on Matt Higgs, Letelier, Wentworth. Riccobeni has fallen way back to 5th. I don't know what happened there. Murillo looking solid on debut. And then it is the class leaders for silver and bronze, Jake Keckley and Andreas Lasutis. Followed by this battle that we're watching, Simmons versus Nelson. Magus still... Magus actually got a little bit of separation back to Cliff Hemian now. So it looks like he's feeling decent. Mika Watt in 13th place still. Burke is up to 15th, or 14th, pardon me. Dave James, Arzumian, Alonso, Cheney, Adamien, Howell, Tobin, Waz, Borhi, and unknown other people still running.
Unknown or fun known?
Well, a little bit of both. Well, one's Cole McRae. Oh, there we go. Cole McRae, Christopher Becco, and Hernan Filippini.
I don't see any of their fungineering degrees.
Cole probably has one. I have to be nice to Cole on the commentary because I kind of chewed him out in the stewarding video.
I mean, I don't have to be nice to anybody.
I didn't say you had to.
Cole, I'm going to find you, and I'm going to tie your earlobes together, boy.
I feel like the last thing I would ever tell you is to be nice to somebody. Like I know you too. I know you well enough to know that that's just going to backfire.
No, I have emotions and empathy. You told me to not be mean to some people, and I have never been mean to those people.
Hey, I've never said be nice though. I've said not be mean.
Yeah,
that's as far as I'll go.
That seems like a fair and adequate trade-off. Also, well, there was a couple people you said just don't interact with, which I also didn't do.
I told you to not be mean to Jay Delgado, but that was only after Chase Forth went hardcore into that. I was
never mean to that kid.
No, you never were, but I remember it was a group of people. It was like you, me, and a couple of people. Like, all right, so after what Chase did, we probably shouldn't be mean to Jay Delgado, because that was drunken Chase in full force.
That was very strange. But he is Florida man.
He is Florida personified.
Maybe that's where we should have cued in about the bath salts.
When we had to deal with Chase. Yeah, probably. Trevor Cheney battling with Benjamin Adamian. This is for 17th place overall. And or 18th place overall, pardon. And looks like this is for 4th place in bronze. So a pretty key spot here. Cheney's been having a good run this season. And we'll see if he can deliver a little bit further. Adamian's had an interesting run this season. He's had the double top 10s in Italy, which he's not replicating today, which, you know, fair enough. But he's also had some problems with, like, having the band sword hanging over his head because he's only got 1 license point left. Simmons and Nelson have caught back up to Andreas Lasudis here and are trying to put the pressure on. This is coming through the last bit of the Mercedes arena here. And then heading down to the Ford curve and the Dunlop curve. We'll see if the bronze driver can hold up the 2 ace drivers. I have a text message from my dad, which probably means he's coming for money.
He's coming for you, boy.
He apparently destroyed his radiator in his car today, so...
Why would he do that?
I'm going to have to lend him a significant portion of cash.
Just lend him some duct tape and seal up the radiator. Tell him you're going to charge him in duct tape interest.
My dad's an interesting guy. I was telling you the other day that my sister put up her bike riding path, how far she went, her time and everything. Mm-hmm. And it was pretty good. She averaged something like 30 kilometers an hour on that bike, which is pretty impressive. And my dad is like, see, I told you my daughter kicks harder than the police. And everyone's like commenting, telling my sister, why can't your dad just say good job? And it's like, no, that is how he says it. As Lasudis hangs on for the time being, time running down. You see the checkered flags appearing beside people. Murrah winning from Higgs, Letelier, Wentworth. Riccobeni will be next across the finish line, hopefully. Unless something terrible has happened to him. Max Simmons looking for the move. Into the NGK chicane. Riccobeni's done. And this is the last chance Higgs has got. It's the Coca-Cola curve. Can he make it stick? No, he can't. Andreas Lasudis celebrated 8th place for the bronze driver. Very nice. Would have been second in silver with that result. That is very impressive by Andreas Lasudis. And a big round of applause, please, from the audience.
Congratulations, you're getting moved up to super platinum status.
After Riccobeni, like I said, it was Marcelo Murillo. Very solid debut for him. Keckley, Lasudis, Simmons, Nelson, Magus, Hemian. What? Andrew Burke comes back to 14th after serving his drive-through penalty. We got Robert Arzumian battling with Diego Alonso, and it looks like the Ferrari gets the better of the Porsche. And that is 16th place for Alonso. Good result. Arzumian with a decent result as well in 17th place. Trevor Cheney will be next across the line, or Matt Howell, because they're actually quite close together. Everyone will probably park up here around turn 1, as they usually do. Oh, no! Did Cheney run out of gas, or did he already finish? I think he finished. So Cheney 18th, Howell 19th, Adamian, Tobin, Waz, Borhi, Filippini, and so on.
And so forth.
I'll give you... I'll give you the full rundown of the results here. Matt Higgs is your winner. This is because of a time penalty for William Murrah that he picked up for contact with Cole McRae. Marcelo, although Higgs may be in for a penalty of his own. Marcelo Letelier, Jeff Wentworth, Paul Riccobeni, Marcelo Murillo. Then it's Jake Keckley, Andreas Lasutis, Max Simmons, Dave Nelson, Michael Magus, Mika Watt, Cliff Hemian, Andrew Burke, David James, Diego Alonso, Robert Arzumian, Trevor Cheney, Matt Howell, Benjamin Adamian, Ayrton Tobin, Tom Waz, Juan Borji, Hernan Filippini, Christopher Becco, and Cole McRae. We lost along the way Dan French, Guillermo Martinez, and Guillermo Taylor. Bad day to be someone named Guillermo, apparently. That lasted a combined 4 laps.
Dang it, Guillermo.
And I'm applying the scoring now, and we'll be able to give you a championship rundown here very shortly.
And then?
Well, and then we'll go to your final thoughts, and we're done. And I'll see what my dad wants.
Push-ups.
And why my Discord's blowing up. I have like 18 unread messages.
No, I don't know. Wasn't me.
So championship-wise, Matt Higgs pulls 7 points out in front of William Murrah at the top of the standings, 268 to 261. Following that, it's Burke in third with 247, 218 for Wentworth, 154 for Paul Riccobeni, who jumps me in the standings, that dirty bastard. I'm on 153, followed by Dominic Turcotte on 140, 138 for both Nelson and Zach Martin, the 2 McLaren teammates. And Andreas Lasutis is in the top 10. Go, Andreas. 127 for him. Will he become the first bronze guy to take a top 10 in the overall standings?
That's a definite maybe.
Teams-wise, Talksport OTL leading the way with 505, followed by GPX Racing. That's the Porsche crew on 448. Tech One on 444. Angry Panda on 429. And Send It Nation on 383. That is your top 5. Following that, you have Dynamic Motorsport and Tango R Motorsport. Those two are 2 points apart. That's a hell of a battle going on between the Porsche and Aston Martin crews. Then it's Emile Frey and Carbones Racing, who round off the team's championship. In the silver category, Michael Magus leads the way with 75 points to Jake Keckley's 43. Then it's Ayrton Tobin on 39 and 36 both for Dan French and Jake Northrup. Scratch results are not applied to that, so there is a slightly closer battle there than those numbers would indicate. And in the bronze category, Andreas Lasutis leads 133 to 118 or 119 for Benjamin Adamian, 113 for Diego Alonso, and rounding out the top 5, David James and Matt Howell. Nice tight battle going on there. Byron, do you have any final thoughts?
You said Burke was in third, but on Friday nights you can find Burke in stocks. Hey-o.